Are you a woman over 40 looking for a fun, low impact way to get back in shape? If so, I have someone I would like you to meet. Her name is Cheryl. She's a certified JumpSport Fitness instructor, and her passion is helping women get moving through rebounding. Yes, bouncing on a mini trampoline. Since earning her certification in 2023, Cheryl has been inspiring women to move with confidence and joy through low impact workouts that are not only effective but enjoyable. So you're going to want to stick to the end because she's going to be sharing some tips to help you get started today.
Yeah, so let's talk a bit about your personal journey. I know you're over 40, and I know a person will be interested in learning about your personal health journey.
Yes. Well, I started actually long time ago. I was into fitness. I swam. I jogged. I was took personal training. Did lots of personal training with instructors. So I was there always fit, pretty much. And then back in 2020, right around COVID, I got COVID. Now I got sick, and I wasn't doing very much at all. Then I came across rebounding. So I'll share with that in just a little bit. But I've always been in the fitness industry.
Yeah, that's good. I know a lot of persons might not necessarily be in fitness because it's only like now at over 40 it becomes more important because we are not moving as much that we pay more attention to working out. So then how do you discover the whole trampoline workouts?
Okay, so to back up, just right before that, I want to tell you also, um, right around, right after I got sick, I got this disease that they call the trigeminal neuralgia. It's a nerve pain. It's chronic, and I had to go to one doctor, two doctors, three doctors, and they finally did some scans, and that's when they told me that this disease is uncurable. And I said, "Oh no, I'm not going to accept that." So I began praying and seeking God and just saying, I don't want this. I reached out to my pastor. I got prayer, and I was supernaturally healed from trigeminal neuralgia. Of course, the devil tries to put symptoms on you, comes back and puts symptoms on you, but I believe that I was healed. And so my journey, oh, and they say this is also the worst disease known to humanity. It's worse than having a baby, if you can imagine that. If you've ever had a baby, as women over 40, we know that, right? Um, but anyway, how I discovered trampoline workouts is my husband and I were looking for a house, and in this home, this lady had a mini trampoline, and I was intrigued by it. And we came to um, this house three times, and I kept looking at this trampoline. I said, I want that thing. So I did a little bit of research and found out that it was called a rebounder. And so I purchased one on um, YouTube, and I also binge watched. One of my favorite instructors is Michelle Breeler, and another instructor is Sabrina Yit, and they're both great. And I watched Sabrina do a Zoom. She invited me to do a Zoom with her and showed me how to do the exercises. And I decided to be a JumpSport Fitness instructor and got certified. So that's kind of my journey.
That's wonderful. I like how you progressed. You saw the trampoline, you got intrigued, then you decided that you're going to research it. You went online, you start doing it, then you got some private training, and then you became certified. So it had to be something about this trampoline that got you really going. So can you tell us a bit about the changes that you noticed since starting trampoline workout, changes in your body, your energy, and your mindset?
My inflammation started going down because anytime you have chronic disease or things happening in your body, you've got to look and see if it's your lymphatic system. And so I noticed less inflammation in my body. The second one was I actually had more energy. You would think that jumping on a trampoline, you would be exhausted, but actually you get on there and it just boosts those endorphins and gives you more energy. So that was another thing that I really enjoyed seeing the noticed about, and also your mind. It helps with clarity of thought. There's so many benefits. I could be on here talking for days about the benefits.
That's great. I know there are more and more talk about rebounding because it's a low impact exercise, it's gentle, easy on the joints, and like you said, it boosts your energy and your overall health. So, can you tell us a bit more about the benefits of rebounding for women over 40?
Of course. Like I had mentioned, the lymphatic system. See, our lymphatic system, it's not like your cardiovascular system. Your cardiovascular system, which is your heart, has a pump. Okay. But your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. You have to move your body in order to flush those toxins out and any bacteria, disease, stuff like that. And if you don't move your body, what happens is your body becomes stagnant. And so you got to get up and move. And one of the best exercises is rebounding. The other one is walking. So that's a great benefit. The second one is helps with muscle tone, definition, muscle strength in your body. Of course, I'm sitting down now, but it also helps with posture. That's another great benefit. Helps with circulation, bone density, just improves overall. Like I mentioned, there's over 200 benefits, but
Yeah.
I don't have time to go in all those benefits. But those are just three of the top benefits.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, this thing sounds really exciting. Not only is it fun, but it's also beneficial. So I would love to hear some
Yeah,
of
that's the
these
most
success
important.
stories. Exactly, right? That's true because sometimes we as women, especially persons that are not accustomed to exercising, sometimes when you tell them that they need to exercise, like, ah. But to be able to do something that is fun and enjoyable but also beneficial is something that, is great for everyone. But I would love to hear some of your success story because you have a large following on YouTube. So I'm sure you have been seeing some testimonies online about the changes that women are experiencing by doing the exercises that you put out there.
Yes, definitely. I've seen what I love is when people see the videos and then they post and they will ask questions or they'll tell me what's going on with their life and I'd love to hear their stories. And one in particular, she was saying, I have a rebounder, but it's sitting in the corner. She hasn't been using it. But so with watching my videos, it inspired her. As a matter of fact, it was on Marketplace. She was going to sell it. She decided to take it off of Marketplace and use it. So I'm like her cheerleader, like, come on, you got this. You can do this. Um, Another lady said it's really helped with her lymphatic system and the inflammation in her body. Um, let's see. Oh my goodness. I have quite a few that have been reaching out to me and letting me know how it's brought them more energy. It's helped with their circulation. Also, as we get older, our system kind of slows down. So we need to, I think you did a great video one time. I love that video about becoming regular because some of us, as you get older, your body slows down and your digestive system slows down. And so moving our body on the rebounder, walking, doing exercises will help as we get older. So that was one thing that another one of my um, people that told me reached out to me says, yeah, it's helping me better with elimination and digestion. Exactly. So
I mean, honestly, I'm excited for you, Cheryl, because before it was just about you and a benefit for you, but now you are impacting women out there, many women out there, getting them back in shape, and they have so much testimony, and they're getting excited about working out again. So kudos to you for really making that impact, because God is using you. God is using you to help persons to be better stewards of their bodies. Yeah. So I know during, midlife menopause, persons dealing with joint pain, fatigue, hot flashes and no hormonal shifts. So is rebounding a good way to support your body during this phase of life?
I'm actually in post menopause, but a lot of women that follow me are in peri, but I'm in post. But it regulates our hormones by rebounding on the rebounder because it impacts our endocrine system. And what that means is it regulates our hormones and it detoxifies our body and it reduces stress. And so when the nervous system is happy, right, our endocrine system is happy. So that's what we want, right? We want a happy life. So, and
Yeah.
it flushes out those toxins in our body. And so it makes a big difference across the board to help with other things too, like sleep. How many need to sleep? Sometimes when you're going through those hormone issues, hot flashes, stuff like that, you're not sleeping well, well, rebounding is going to help with that.
Great. Thanks, Cheryl. And I know you just slipping that short note that you're post menopausal. And I just want to say you look awesome. You look great. And you're doing an awesome job getting back in shape, in shape at that age. Yeah, you did mention, in terms of stress. I know a lot of women, they're under stress right now. They're balancing a lot of things, changing in their body. They got their families, their careers, their marriages. Sometimes it can be a lot stressful. But you're saying like rebounding is a good way to get you back in the mood. And I can see like the energy that you have when you're there boxing and rebounding. So it's something that as you say, we want to encourage other women out there to get involved. So I think one of the challenges even in dealing with women over 40, helping them lose weight, all they say is like, I don't have time. I'm doing so much different things. How am I going to find some time to exercise? So can you give that woman some advice as to how to go about this?
Oh, yes, I've been there. I've been there. I don't have time for this, right? Well, let me tell you, if you have 5 minutes a day, you have time to rebound because you can start with just 5 minutes a day and it's going to help you. Think, well, can 5 minutes a day? It does. You can start just with gentle health bouncing, just get the lymphatic system flushing and moving out. If you've been sitting on the couch all day and you haven't moved, your body can become toxic. So, yes, we definitely 5 minutes a day. You can start by doing that. So we all have time. And we just have to make time.
Yeah. I remember telling my sister, just 10 minutes. All you just need is 10 minutes to get started. And she was like, I don't have 10 minutes. And then she stopped and she said, sometimes, you'll be sitting down watching television. So even as you watch television, you can start, doing your little bumps in between you. I guess it's like, if you want it to work, you will find a way. You will find a way to do it. So a lot of persons now might be saying, Cheryl, you really have convinced me. I have been saying, I just don't have the time. I can't find a workout that I enjoy, but this rebounding thing seems to be something that I can work with. Can you speak to that lady, like, because she's trying to figure out how can I get started? So can you give her some guidance now as to how she can get started with rebounding?
Yes. Well, number one is you have to pick a good rebounder. So do your research. I didn't do my research at first. I did some research, but didn't do the full research. So pick a good rebounder, one with a handle. If you have a little trouble with balance and coordination, make sure you get the one with a handle. Start with 5 minutes a day, like 3 times a week, and you will start seeing a big difference. And then you can increase after that. Yeah. So, set a timer. You need help? Set a timer. Get up in the morning. 5 to 10 minutes, like I said, 3 times a week. And the best time is the morning, but the best time is when you make the time. So if you have the afternoon to do it, if you have the evening, whatever works for you. Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying get her rebounder with a handlebar, if you're not, able to balance properly. And that's outside 5 minutes, guys. Only 5 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and just start from there and keep going. I think the important thing is starting and being consistent. Do things that you can handle. I think everybody can handle at least 5 minutes, 3 times a week. So I think that's workable. I think that's great advice there. So, can you give some advice how persons can now incorporate this rebounding into their daily routine? Any further advice on that, how they can incorporate?
Yes. So if you're already walking, which I encourage you to walk, but you can add rebounding to that. If you're doing weight training, you can add rebounding to that. If you're a runner, it's going to help you even more by rebounding. People that are runners, you can actually run faster, longer, and have more energy by adding the rebounder to your workout.
That's good advice. Yes. Cheryl, this conversation has been very informative. It has been encouraging because, like I said, you're talking to women all the time, and all they have is excuses. But you have give us workable solutions that women over 40 can incorporate to help them move more after 40. So, is there a way now that, like we talk about your YouTube channel, how can people stay connected with you? Tell us a bit about your shows, your socials.
Yes. Well, the best way is staying with YouTube, my YouTube channel, reaching out to me that way. I do have Facebook and Instagram. I don't do a lot of posting on those. I really try to focus on YouTube. I do have a healthcare company, becominghealthy.puretrim.com. That's with nutritional products. But I focus mainly on the YouTube channel right now and helping women over 40, 50, 60 get back into low impact exercises. That's my passion. Get them off the couch, get them moving, get them healthy again. Because you know why? Our body, it doesn't really belong to us. God gave us our body to be healthy and strong, and He wants us to live a long life. So that's how rebounding with Cheryl. That's it on YouTube.
Yes, thanks, Cheryl. I love that reminder. Our bodies doesn't belong to us. It's like God has loaned us this body, and it's our responsibility to steward it well. So thanks again for that reminder. Thanks again for your time, sharing your experience and your knowledge with us, and encouraging women to get up and move. No more excuses. So thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Go and check out Cheryl. She has tons of videos on how to get back in shape using low impact exercises. Yeah.